Hey there, 7th grade, Mr. Gavin here. Kind of want to go over week 2. Remember, when I say week 2, that is quarter 2. Okay, week 2, quarter 2, that will be um, available to you. Okay, I'm not talking about quarter 1. Quarter 1 should be all in that quarter 1 folder that you see on the main screen of your particular hour. When I say week 2, that we are in quarter 2 now. Okay. Um, I want to go over Monday. Okay, it's going to be kind of a big week. We will be beginning our first essay of the year. Okay, I don't want you to be nervous about it because we will walk you through step-by-step process of how Miss Dalton and I want the essay completed properly. Okay, we'll go through an outline, some rough draft, doing some editing type things during this week, so that your final copy is nice and polished and ready to submit for grading. Okay, so make sure we're on that week 2 folder. Once again, I know this is just my practice course, but make sure you are on your particular hour for language arts. Okay, so when you get to week 2 folder, the dates October 19th through October 22nd. Okay, go ahead and click on Monday 10/19. Okay, the video you're watching will be posted. Make sure you go back and use that video. Okay, it will be seen here. I know it is not there now, but you'll see it there. So if there's anything that you are unsure of, make sure and go back and watch this video so you can fill out your outline and get off to a good start on your essay. Okay, if you want to click here, here is the narrative rubric. Okay, this is how you will get full points. This is what the requirements are for your essay. Okay, as you see here, we all want to be looking at this exemplary category. We all want 15 points for each of these categories, okay? The student must include the following setting. Okay, it's going to be a big one. The character. We are writing a personal narrative, so you will be the character. There might be other characters involved as well. And then we're going to be talking about our favorite smell experience, and I will get to that here in a short bit. Okay, the organization. You must have 5-paragraph essay. It must include the minimum amount of sentences, which will be 6 to 8 per paragraph. You must have a good use of language. Okay, are you using descriptive language? Are you using figurative language? Do you have good imagery to make the story come to life? Okay, and then your conventions is going to be your spelling, your punctuation, are there capitalization errors? Okay, if it is not all perfect, you will miss points for that, as you see over here. Okay, and then the writing process. Some of us do not think the outline is important. It is very important to plan our writing. You will get a good chunk of your grade for completing that outline and going through this entire process right here. One thing I will highlight right now, and I will also highlight later, is that the student must use at least 3 pieces of figurative language that we have been going over throughout their essay. Okay, I don't want to use a lot of time, but on this rubric going over, because I have other things to get to, but that is where your rubric will be if you need to refer to how to get the most points possible. Okay, so I want to go back to that Monday folder. Now I want to click on personal narrative outline. I'm going to walk you through how to complete the outline and plan your essay. Go ahead and open it up with Cami. Notice I already have it completed. I just want to talk about what I have written down. Okay, first I want to look at the prompt up here. Okay, you will have a lot of freedom to write about your own personal experience, about anything that you did experience in your life, but it has to follow this particular prompt. Okay, think about your favorite smell. What does it remind you of? Write a 5-paragraph personal narrative. Okay, so you're using first person, the words I, okay, or my, throughout your narrative about an experience in your life that brings to life your favorite smell. Okay, it has to revolve around that key point, your favorite smell. You will see as I go throughout. Okay, here is the plan for your introduction paragraph. Okay, to start off, I need an attention grabber, something that makes the reader want to continue reading my essay. Okay, if you have a good, strong first sentence here that is interesting, the reader is more likely to engage in the rest of your essay. Okay, so my attention grabbing sentence: my nose hairs always tingle when I strut into grandma's house on Christmas morning. Okay, so I'm talking about my 5 senses. One of them is smell. Okay, I get a good attention grabbing sentence. to engage my readers into something that they will enjoy reading. Okay, power statement. Once again, this is all a part of your introduction paragraph. Power statement is an important one. There will also be some notes provided along in the folders about what exactly a power statement is. Okay, notice my keyword at the beginning, one. Okay, I want a certain amount of number, or a certain number that you pick in here to describe that smell. Most of us were picking our favorite smell, so it is going to be one. You may use one if you would like. Okay, one of my favorite smells comes from baking my grandma's famous chocolate chip cookie recipe. Okay, I can change it back and forth if I like. I think some of my other parts of the outline refer to sugar cookies because I was doing it and might have changed my mind. Okay, but I do both with my grandma, so I'm going to go ahead and change it for you there. Once again, it could be about a numerous amount of things. It just has to be about your favorite smell. It could be the smell of outdoors. You can write about a personal experience of you hiking with your family. Someone mentioned they want to write about vehicles. Okay, they like the smell of working on vehicles. Okay, it can be an array of different things. What do you smell when you go to your dance recital? Okay, or if you play a sport, what do you smell when you get to the football field? Okay, the essay topic is kind of open to you, but it all has to come back to your favorite smell. All right, make sure we are keying in on that. Okay, now I'm done with my introduction paragraph. I have planned it out. I am moving on to body paragraph 1. Remember, we are writing a 5-paragraph essay. Okay, in this first one, it gives you a statement of what to describe in your first body paragraph. In this paragraph, I just want to describe the scene of my favorite smell. Okay, I want to take my reader and put them into my scene of your personal experience and what you will be writing about. Here's my example. Grandma's house smells like a bakery as we prepare the ingredients to begin our annual cookie making day. Okay, so that is what this paragraph is going to be about. What do I see? What do I smell? What do I hear when I go to Grandma's house? I just want to describe the scene for my reader. Okay, I need to fill out these 3 explanation lines. Okay, here are some things that I see and hear. The morning birds are chirping when I get to Grandma's house. Okay, remember, this is not my essay. This is simple notes. Okay, you may write sentences on here, or you can just fill it out with notes that you're going to formulate into sentences when you begin writing or typing. Okay, my second one, the dough, okay, for the cookies prepared from the night before is a rock. Okay, I'm using figurative language there as a metaphor. I'm comparing the dough to being solid like a rock, okay? But there is no like or as, therefore it is a metaphor. And my third one, Grandpa lounged on the couch watching basketball. Does not have anything to do with making cookies or the smell of cookies, but once again, in this first paragraph, I'm just describing the scene. Okay, I want to paint a very vivid, good quality picture in my reader's mind. Okay, on each one of these body paragraphs, excuse me, there's the bell for lunch. In each one of my body paragraphs, just as in our rubric, you need to have 3 examples of figurative language. 1 in each. There will be a slot as such, okay, to write your figurative language example. Okay, Grandma's house smelt like a bakery. Saw it up here. There's my example of my simile of figurative language. Do not forget you need to have a conclusion sentence for each paragraph. Okay, I'm wrapping up the scene right here. The scene was set for a great day of baking cookies with my favorite person in the world. Hey, once I am done with that, refer to this for an example if you are struggling. Second body paragraph. What is your personal experience with this smell? Now you go into what you actually experienced during that day. Okay, we have to write about something that has happened in our life. Therefore, you should know. Okay, you should know what you are writing about. Simply, I just jotted down some notes here. Now I'm going to take us into the baking process. Okay, I explained the scene up here. Now I'm going to actually talk about the experience of baking cookies with Grandma. My first explanation. First, we use the rolling pin. Oh, this should be 2. Okay, sorry. Let's see if I can correct it here. We use the rolling pin to flatten the dough. Okay. Next, my next step, this is what happened. It could be a football game, a baseball game, any play, a dance recital. You're hike with your friends, okay? Anything you choose. Take us through that exact process and your experience with it. Next, I was in charge of shaping the dough in Christmas shapes. After, I fired up the oven to 420 degrees and placed the cookie sheet in. My figurative language. This is an example I'm going to throw within my paragraph. Woohoo! Onomatopoeia. My mom shouted, or my grandma, shouted as the cookies rose in the oven. Okay, there's my figurative language, and then I wrap it up, this paragraph, with the conclusion sentence. Okay, body paragraph 3. I would like to know how your experience ended. Okay, so my baking process is over. What happened after that? I was devouring cookies with my family. Remember, to make the story come to life, we need to change those not so good verbs into great ones. Okay, to make the story that much better. Imagery, all of those good things. Okay, the cookies melted in my mouth like a popsicle on a 100-degree day. Okay, there's another simile. Make sure you're mixing up your figurative language throughout the story. Spending time with my family while eating cookies is my favorite time of the year. I'm going to write a sentence about how it's my favorite time during Christmas, making cookies and spending time with my family. And then I'm going to talk about my grandpa, okay, because I mentioned him earlier in the story. Grandpa's belly growled like a pack of wolves after scarfing down 10 cookies. All right, so here, once again, introducing the scene, going over in body paragraph 2, my actual experience, and then how did it end, okay? How did my personal experience of whatever your favorite smell is end, okay? And make sure you wrap up a concluding sentence on that one as well. This leads me to my 5th and final paragraph that I will outline, okay? My concluding paragraph. I started off, remember, it always has to relate back up to our main topic, okay? So it should be similar to my introduction. The mouth-watering smell of baking cookies with grandma on Christmas morning will always be my absolute favorite. I re-emphasized the idea of my favorite smell, and I stated specifically what my favorite smell is. That unique smell will be fixated in my nose for the rest of the day. That is my last sentence that wraps up my entire essay. Okay? Once again, last kind of little detail before I let you go for today. The concluding paragraph and the introduction paragraph, 2 sentences work. Okay, 2 or 3 sentences work. That does not have to be as long as the body paragraphs, which need to be 6 to 8 that was listed in your rubric. Okay, make sure you're asking questions. We're going to go through a step-by-step process. Make sure you're watching these videos throughout the week, and so we can have a good quality essay by the end. All right, 7th grade, you have a great rest of your day. Make sure if you're stuck to reach out to one of us, Miss Dalton or myself, and we will help you along the way. Bye.